I thought I would come back with one of my favorite BLs, but this time the behind the scenes. So this is not me behind the scenes. Is Off's hair in a bun in this poster? Never tell. See, they were twins, the little ones. Okay, no. I can't see otherwise. I do like that they ask questions. Actors always ask the director what is supposed to happen and what are we supposed to do. 4 times. Okay. I will say, Gon seems tired. 4 times though. Okay, they had to create a triangle shape. Okay. Let's see, you know, because it can't be easy. Well, he would be very fast because clearly he speaks the language fluently. Okay, just maintain it. I am curious how people who are Russian felt hearing this. Did they do a good job? What a big script. Yeah, they have to understand it. You wouldn't think Gon was only 168. You'd think he was much taller when he's around everyone else. Again, okay, they want him to focus on the feelings much more. The oil part. Isn't this the real oil that gets in his eyes? Yeah, it's real. That must have stained, stung. Oh, that's gonna go in his eyes. Yeah, right there. Yeah, cut. See, look straight away, and he's like, he carried on acting. That's professionalism there. I like that they're so polite still by saying, please wipe it off. Always be respectful to crew. Is his hand okay? Or is it just the way Gun was holding it? The moment with his twin brother. Okay, something I want to point out. See how they have the whiteboard again with the reflection of the light, plus when he falls, as you saw, they put plastic covering down, which must have been a nightmare to get out in post-production. But also here, they're shooting it in multiple ways. So then, when they obviously want the ground to be shown, nothing's there, and he could just slide down the wall. See how intricate it is, how they block it? Tears? Oh, blood, okay. Yep, this is how they do blood sometimes. And also with the director, the fact that she does the blood and clearly takes precedence over what goes on, like she's fully in on everything, which is quite rare. Oh, he's so tired. Wow, Gun is so tired. Oh, time to wipe off the tattoo. They would have taken a picture of the tattoo anyway for each time. Why did he say it like that? Yeah, this is just practice. Okay. This is what's interesting. One, is taken away from the moment of the scene where they're all just having a drink to relax and chill, but also notice how it's. People don't realize how intricate and how choreographed a lot of what you watch is. So when they talk to someone, notice how she was saying to technically point to Graham first, they talk to him first before anyone else. That's the intricate nature, and that's clearly they've got their blocking list for shots. Keep running. Do you like how she did the run instead of just showing him where to go? My underwear. Oh, they don't have backup underwear. All three of you just go commando. Speak through the mask. I like that it's a constant rehearsal. Let's rehearse. The way Gunn does. What? I love that they're doing the lighting as well, with the real fire as well. These cameraman. Notice how he had to have someone grab him back. I mean, it made for a great scene. Still very, very dangerous. I hope they signed a clause, like they signed something to say that they could do this. Health and safety. You have to usually sign health and safety. What's your name again? Yeah, so they've set the scene like this, how they've broken down the set pieces. They're very small as well. So they didn't have a lot of space to work with. See, look, it's tiny, and how broken up it is. I can't help but feel this was a lot of fun to film on. Mainly for the crew. Cast, I think fun, but tiring. Next, go. Yeah, you can talk sometimes on set. Of course, the design of the motorbike, everything created. See, she's got a pulley, like a dolly rig system, which is so that they can move the camera around, like pull it back and forth. It's not easy though when you have to do another scene. It takes half an hour to reset up. Keep riding. Touch me here. And then Gunn intentionally doing that. You know, often not the best when it comes to people getting close in their space. Wasn't he actually naked, Gunn, at this point? Okay, so this is just a practice. Very hands-on director. Okay, so he's in his underwear. Okay. You've also got a joke about when you're on set, you just have to. Especially because this gets heavier as it goes along. Huh? Oh. I like to hear. Huh? I mean, how is he going to take them off? Yeah. Oh, that was actually so adorable when he went. Huh? On the floor. Kick him. Interesting, because this obviously when it's filmed feels very different. They add things on. I feel like this should have been a harder kick. I love that she's so attentive. Also, the only one to say cut should always be the director. The smile on that face indicates really good. Oh, is this where he gets captured? They're doing black right now, right? Is he feeling dizzy? Yeah. He's taking in too much fumes. Yeah, it can make you high. Interesting, nothing to do with the show. When I was younger, where I lived, so this area, and in America you call them apartments, we call them flats, and we call them an estate. So someone got commissioned to create a mural of graffiti art and work on one wall. Back then that was before like people really used phones. I don't know anyone who had a mobile phone. If they did, they would have been big back then. But yeah, it just reminds me of that where we got to see this person create this art over a period of time, and then we were allowed to add little details just so it was memorialized for that period of time. Unfortunately, it got painted over. It definitely did. I saw it years and years later, the place, and it's gone. It's such a shame. I wish back then we had like the cameras that we could store in the USB and stuff like that, but we didn't have that or the phones. But it's a memory I always remember. For some reason, it reminded me from this moment. Lots of reds, blues, yellows. Also, interesting what they cut out of the show because they didn't show. I felt anywhere near this amount. You can't get it open. They're gonna have to do that again. Yeah, you can't keep that in a scene. Do you like how the actor was looking like, when do I run? When do I run? So I'm guessing the guy she's dancing with is a professional dancer because he was practicing just there and teaching her. Oh, yeah, the Todd moment. Yeah, do some push-ups before you're on camera so you look more muscular. Yep, makes sense why he would do that. I love seeing how it's filmed beyond like the cameras because it's such a different angle. It feels so different. We knew you were the bad person from the beginning. He's rich. I love how much they practice before they film. Sometimes you don't get that option. Maybe one rehearsal, one run through. Because you've got to pretend to be black. Singh did such a good job there with Todd. Looks to coming in a mood. All the special effects are added on.
แต่กลับเป็นเอกลักษณ์ของระบบกฎหมายไทยก็ว่าได้
แต่ไม่มีการสืบพยานหาหลักฐานต่อแล้วโยนความผิดทั้งหมดให้กับแพทย์
Is it true that sometimes they insert some of the other GMTV actors in the background, sometimes like really randomly without you knowing? Because apparently Theory of Love, Tay was in one, or was that an edited picture? Very bright, the colours. Oh, do you? Well, I can sing all of you. Just one line, that's it. I feel like Off might have actually been tired there. It's very bright, so it's actually hard to see the actors.
ที่ของกูของกูของมึงมากเลยใช่ไหมของมึงเยอะด้วยนอนไปมึงนอนไปเลยนอนที่สบายใจเลยนะนอนเลยนอนดินอนไปเยอะนอนไปเยอะนอนไปเยอะ
Okay, get it all out.
มึงจะเอาอะไรกูตั้งหนาวะ
Finally, it's been a few of these since. Oh, since the actor plays gone for a few behind the scenes before he came into it. Okay, so they do have, yeah, of course they were going to be on wires. That. What was interesting about seeing that for a sec was, again, the behind the scenes are so fascinating, even for a fellow actor, because you forget about it until you're on set yourself. So you just watch these and go, oh yeah, of course they would do this. So down below, they had once again like a plastic covering. I wonder if they're going to inflate that and it's going to be something that you can fall onto just in case. I would hope that inflates. That's usually what they use for stunts, as everyone knows, when they fall from places, because this is a high place they're going to jump across. We knew there was wires because they had some weird jumping style that through editing trying to get out the wiring. Like they look like they were just floating in air and then just moving. It's very Pocahontas, Colours of the Wind. Also, this, I'd be surprised if this didn't hurt them. Because wires hurt. Oh, I bet you did. You just wanted to scream. Yeah, this hurts a lot. It's just them jumping across is so clear. Like if we watched it, like how he jumps, it would make sense to jump like this. Well, Gunn can jump pretty far. We've seen it without needing to do this when he was training. He seemed to really be able to jump high. Keep it low. Did you hear that? That was for the crew. Run! Ah, because they did jump onto that. I like how he's not sure. It's fine if you're afraid of heights. Because I don't like heights, so those are the moments where I'd have to pause. See, that wouldn't make me nervous because of these. But yeah, that wouldn't make me nervous, but I guess he's worried about injuring himself. Yeah, his jump was the best.
5 4 3 2 1โรงงานที่พวกเราจะไปโกดังสินค้ามันจะแยกสายการผลิตตามที่เราวางแผนกันไว้มึงจะใช้วิธีอะไรก็ได้ทำให้เกิดออกตัวให้ลอกทุกคนไปที่นั่นให้หมดแบบนี้
Still serious.
กับแบ็คจะแยกไปที่สายการผลิตแล้วมันก็มันเข้าทางนี้นะมันปีนกำแพงเข้าไปผ่านห้องน้ำผ่านสวน
This is what I mean about how intricate this director wants everything. He has choreographed down to every moment. And then he puts a lot in his mouth. Curious what they gave them in that moment. What is it? Did you? Totally working off. It's a little sound effect. If it says it wakes him up, then he must have actually genuinely been asleep while waiting for them to set up. Okay, there's another pulley system and a rigging system there for the camera, so they can do close-ups. And then there's the camera to the side. It was only 2 cameras that they had right to film, because the camera we're seeing filming from behind the scenes is something different. It's the sound effects in this movement. I'm guessing they're clearly making mistakes. That's why they incorporated them. These are quite earlier episodes. Notice all the sounds of the bed, which they would have taken out in post-production. Such small spaces they had to film in, by the way. Tiny. The point system. You know I've had so much fun doing this. So they've changed the music to the opening part there. It's more militant. Oh, Dan's about to make an appearance. I like they're showing all the mistakes they're making. Oh, okay. What's going on here? Yeah. No.
แต่ได้จับได้ค่อยรวบขึ้นจับได้ปุ๊บรวบขึ้นแล้วทีนี้ก้าว
I love that they're being trained by this guy.
อยู่โพซิชั่นนี้ก็หนีนั่นแหละ
Yeah, see, so that he can't get away. I'm guessing this guy is, apart from speaking Russian, is police.
ปล่อยกู
He just smacked him in the face for that.
action
Yeah. Shows how much went into this moment.
ปล่อยกู
เขาวุ่นวายนะพาเข้าคุกแน่
ก็ไม่ตอบว่าจะพาผมไปไหน
เฮ้ย
But then you should have handcuffed him with both hands. When you forget your lines. I love how invested she is.
มีอะไรบ้างครับยังสอนไม่เสร็จเลย
And then runs. There's the boom operator.
สวัสดีครับผมเฟิร์สคณพัฒน์กุลครับรับบทเป็นหยกในเรื่องนี้ครับผมเมื่อเช้าเล่นไปประมาณ
Hello.
4-5 ฉากครับมีเป็นฉาก
45, that's
มีเป็น
not as-
นำเสนอที่
it's quite long.
ตัวหยกครับผมฉากแอคชั่นก็จะมีเป็น
It's actually quite a few scenes and it takes
วิ่งหนี
a while.
ตำรวจจะมาตามจับเราอะไรประมาณนี้ครับผมชอบฉากที่วาดรูปในห้องวาดรูปครับเพราะว่ามันเป็นฉากที่เรารีมายถึงคนที่เราคิดถึงโดยที่เราไม่รู้ตัวว่าเราคิดถึงเขายังไงก็ฝากติดตามชมซีรีส์เรื่องนี้ด้วยนะครับขอบคุณนะครับทุกคนที่
More people need to watch, not me. The actor who plays Gunpowder seems quite quiet in real life. It's colored water, maybe? I've seen. I was really watching Mont there. I liked what he did. Obviously, with Gun, he just walked away. Oh, I really like this scene.
เดี๋ยวขอลองเล่นลอง acting ดูก่อน
Oh, so they give suggestions on how they could do the scene. So the director said, "Let's go my way first, and if it doesn't work, we'll try your way." Just believe in what you say.
ทีนี้ก็ไล่คนออกมาให้หมดให้เหลือคนน้อย
Oh, is he nervous?
ก็มิกการ
Is
การมานี่
off nervous? Okay, it's too soft.
ก็ได้ถามว่าพี่ทำอะไรกับมึงวะคุณนั่งทุกคนได้นะจับตัวเขา
Oh, I love this direction here. See how a director can really help?
มีความจริงจัง
I think they've gone is they're both super tired. You can tell.
เอาให้รู้สึกว่าหน้ามันแรงพอที่จะพูดคำนั้นออกมา
Trust me, you gave them great direction because Off's acting really worked here.
ตอนแรกกูว่าช็อกแบบนี้เนี่ยแหละเป็นฮีโร่ของกูมาตลอดตำรวจมาขอบคุณหน้าบ้านกูสิ่งทุกอย่างโยนให้พ่อกูคนตายที่พูดอะไรไม่ได้แล้วแค่คนผิดเพียงคนเดียวไม่มีการสืบหาที่มาที่ไปของยาหรือว่าสาวเด็กต้น
Is this bedroom used for another scene? That was a good moment. This looks like one of the biggest sets they had. Maybe it was an actual garage. Look at his leg going.
กูไม่มองคุณก็รู้ดีแล้วถ้าคนอื่นไม่รู้เรียนเรื่องที่ไม่บอกแล้ว
It's interesting, so watching it from behind the scenes, their emotions feel different, like the way they're acted. But on camera, because you can see them at different angles, it works. Sometimes you have to see someone's face at a different angle. Doesn't Gun like to do this anyway? Oh, here we go. No one's gonna catch you. I like what's on his jacket. Things that they all... On Sean's jacket, this is eventually what happens with all of them. This is how they come together. All these things he feels at some point, culminating in probably the end where they all... Every word on his jacket comes true for him, but the group as well.
ยังไม่แรงเลยก็ได้แต่จะแรงเยอะพูดมาเลยว่าเจ็บเจ็บเนี่ยคนมีเนี่ยคนว่าเมื่อกี้ว่าคนทำจะเจ็บไม่เจ็บเนี่ย
Hurts.
หายกันแล้วนะหายแล้วนะ
Look at the way you... Look at you.
โอเคนะเล่นเลยนะ
Look at your land.
พร้อม
and actor จะทำอะไรวะ
Okay, so here we're seeing the two cameras now.
อะไรเนี่ยมึงไม่เคยเล่นเหรอแบบทดสอบความไว้ใจไงอะไรของมึงวะมันคือการไว้ใจกูทำให้เห็นว่ากูไว้ใจมึงหรือทิ้งตัวลงมา
Freefall, yeah. Oh, I hate those so much.
มึงนี่ก็มีอะไรให้แปลกใจเยอะเหมือนกันเนาะแล้วที่กูต่อยมึงหายเจ็บยัง
จะให้กูต่อยคืน
มาดิ
And then boom.
คุยเจ็บสัส
Sweep the hair. That's Gun's stunt double. Body double. I could tell when it was a body double because his hair is actually different and he's slightly taller. I'm glad they got the body double to say the lines as well, so you can get the emotions behind them.
ใช่ มันได้แค่ก่อนนะพี่ที่รู้ผลสั่นทำไรอ่ะ
Music shift. I like the intense music that they're putting in the behind the scenes here.
โอเคไม่รู้สึกผิดหรอกความรู้สึกคนเราเปลี่ยนไปตลอดเวลาอีกอย่างเธอก็ยังไม่เคยขอคบเราเลย
She took it better than most people.
เราโอเค
He's barely reaction there.
เราไปก่อนนะ
โอ้ my god ไม่คิดว่าแค่ฉากจุ๊บธรรมดาเนี่ยจะ
So many kisses.
มากมายขนาดนี้
For you.
เพราะว่าผู้กำกับของเราเนี่ยต้องการภาพหลายมุมมอง
Mhm. You really do need to shoot from different points of view.
สายตานะครับของฝาแฝดของเขาที่มาเจอเท่ากับว่าวันนี้10 กว่าเทคแล้วนะพี่
Okay, 10 takes, yeah.
แต่ว่า
Because we've heard them do it a lot more than that.
นิชิก็บีฟดีว่าเราต้องบิวจากอะไรก่อนอะไรแบบเนี้ยครับเพื่อไปถึงอะไรแบบไหนอย่างนี้แต่ผมว่าพอ
Yeah.
ได้มาเช็คภาพเนี่ยก็เลิศดี
He looks really mischievous there.
แล้วก็มีจับด้วยแต่ไม่บอกว่าจับอะไรให้ไปดูในซีรีส์ว่าเขาจับอะไรผม
Mhm. She's embarrassed for them. What's going on? Yeah.
เบอร์อยู่แบบการ ดีใจ
สบายใจสบายใจ
Make me feel less worried. Nucci has a lot of faith in both these actors, which would make them act more and be better and prove. Look at the cameraman.
อันนี้ก็คือแบบลิสต์ให้ทำให้ปวดรอบหนึ่งรอบหนึ่ง
You can kiss a little longer. Okay. Oh, they look kind of shy. This looks awkward as hell. That just looked really like Gon didn't want that.
มารับหน้ากันรับหน้ากันอะไรกันพวกเธอ
They're shy. In the hall.
เล่นจุ๊บตอนนี้มันน่าจะจุ๊บกันนานที่แบบนี้อย่างนี้เข้าเซ็กเร็วไป
Okay.
อันนี้ตาฝั่งกัน
In other words, they get into the passion side way too quickly. Oh, the fight. I know it's just sound effects, but and also as you see, they don't always touch them. Sometimes they could be a good few feet away.
มึงไม่ใช่ชีวิตของมึงได้อะแล้วไม่ต้องยุ่งกับแกเพื่อนกู
ก็มองพี่เดินไปแล้วก็มอง
Yeah, that didn't work. The choreo. Yeah, that didn't work. Because that stunt fight choreo for yeah didn't work.
แข็งเลยเต็มที่เลยเป็นพลาดเลยอย่ากลัวอย่ากลัวบิดตัวกันเวลาการฟาดมันดูแค่นี้
He's wearing protective. Yeah, he's wearing something protective under. That's why his back lifts that high.
กลัวการ
He's afraid to hurt him.
โอเคได้เดี๋ยวรอทีละสามทีจบสามทีจบสามทีจบ
ไม่งั้นตีเขา
Notice how they've got all of them who are these stand-ups and spike workers have got the tattoo. I was going with it though. That was much better. That was really good. Oh no, I forgot about what his face looks like. Because also they have stuff shooting, so that will be scary. They paused.
ฮะอะไรนะหูฮือฮะ
We're all deaf. You could see why the special effects hit him first, because he gets right into it, like the sparks gonna touch that skin.
จังหวะเป๊ะผมก็หันตัวไม่รับหน้าก่อนให้เตรียมก่อนนิดนึงตัวเรามาก่อนมา
Just a bit? Okay. Okay, they just a little bit more emotion. It's really hard to do when you're supposed to react to a gun. Like, the bullet hitting you. Oh, limbering up time. Yeah, because they do a lot of working out. Stretchy, stretchy. Jump kick, here you go.
แค่นั้นนะแล้วยืดออกไป
Uh-huh.
สองสาม
But hey, at least he's getting a good stretch in.
สองสามโดด
Yeah, because you don't want him to fall back. It's not easy as you think to do stunts. And not that everyone's watching him do this.
ถ้าการโคเกิลเสร็จทีเดียวไม่เสียใจ
The size of the stunt.
ไม่เขากำลังจะหันไปยิงกันกันเลยต้องเข้าหลัง
Yeah, he's got protection there as well. That was bound to happen. That was bound to happen because when he jumps the way he jumped, it's clear that you're gonna fall. You'll be fine. It's just a bit of a shock, and the sensation that goes through your body kind of makes you feel a little bit sick for a minute. You can tell Gun's still in pain. Now, a little light, yeah, needed to be stronger. But if you look, you can see like where he's got protection, and also he's a stunt person as well. Like wind blowing past. In other words, he felt nothing. So he's teaching him here how to swivel or swing the gun, I guess, with the bullets. Yeah. And probably how to lock it in as well, I imagine. Yeah, how to hold it. See how you have training with this type of stuff? You should always have training. Make sure it's not real bullets. Yeah, it didn't work. This always happens. He doesn't have the gun with him. I mean, that we couldn't get it out. Nice. Nice. See how the scene was cut, though? Just to him doing the gun mechanism there? And then they carried on with the rest of it. They do this, they block out scenes, very small scenes like that, at just like 2 seconds on the screen.
ในอนาคตปัญหาไม่ต้องเกิดขึ้นมาอีกเป็นแบบนี้ซ้ำๆถ้าไม่เรียนรู้จากอดีตกูเลยระเบิดเพื่อนเป็นแม่
Kind of getting their friendship part, I guess. See how when they do scenes, they can even be halfway through a scene and it's cut, cut, cut. It just literally means they need to change something around. Okay, yeah, see? Camera gets closer. She didn't like how far away it looked. And again, do you see how different that camera looks to the one we're filming on? Like how bright Gun was? It's the little Flintstone noises they make while they're running. Like what they add on to this.
แต่มันก็แป๊บเดียวอยู่เนาะไปก็ไม่ใช่เวลา
Yeah, see? Move it, move it. Again, sound could be taken out in post-production.
ต้องอยากเจอคนที่ทำให้มันเป็นแบบนี้และคนนั้นก็เป็นกูใช่ไหม
Okay, they had protection there. No. Yeah, the choreography didn't work. Then also, he slipped. Oh, you know, sometimes you can't tell with Gun because of him maybe being in character. Or it may have hurt. It does hurt when you do these types of stunts because his hand's being hit on the floor. Again, no.
ทะเลดอกอารมณ์แรงสอนทะเลด
จะจำอีกเหรอถ้าไม่โดนต่อยกูต้องจำพี่
Bless you, my child.
แอคชั่น
Okay, he was actually quite close to his face there. Usually they give you a little gap.
เป็นแบบว่าซี
Not shocking that it hurts there. Fight choreography actually is quite painful.
ใช่กระแทกเลยกระสะพอกระทบกระเทือน
And for those of us who aren't trained in it,
คุณก็บอกเขาไปว่าจริงๆแล้วอ่ะผมไม่ได้ทำคุณน่ะใช้มือกระแทกเอง
ใช่ซึ่งสิ่งเป็นคนจ้างกันไปกระแทก
แต่คุณใช้แรงตัวเองกระแทก
ใช่
เฮ้ยเราจะ
notice that Gunn has injured himself a few times. Have you noticed that they've changed the music in those opening parts there? This reminds me to do my character ranking very, very soon. Okay, so it's creating the dance moves.
Mà lồng ต้นกันดูไหม
เราเต้นไม่เป็นนะ
ก็ไม่เห็นจะยากเลย
It is nice to see this movie because honestly they had so many scenes together, but I've noticed they didn't show the flag scene. I thought we might have seen behind the scenes of that. Did I miss? No, we didn't see that, did we?
ไหม
Look, it's in the corner.
มันเต้นเร็วมากเลยนะ
ก็จังหวะเร็วไง
She did that pretty well there.
ไม่ได้อีกถ้ามึงทนดูไม่ได้หรอกแล้วเราก็ต่อยเอง
I like how they're all in character in this moment.
จังหวะนี้ไงทำไมมันพูดเหมือนมันจะฆ่าตัวตายนะ
มึงเป็นไรวะถ้ามึงทนอยู่ไม่ได้ก็ออกไป ไอ้แบ๊ะมึงเป็นไรวะ ไอ้แบ๊ะไอ้แบ๊ะไอ้แบ๊ะเรื่องเชี่ยอะไรเนี่ยไอ้แบ๊ะ
Imagine watching your so-called friend, that's a loosely term for all of them, just collapse like this.
คุณนอนยังไม่น่ารอดละ
I like how he's just concerned about his hair being in place. See, that's why he keeps touching it. Oh, and slide, yeah. He's pretty good at getting that type of movement down really quickly. Yeah. Too eager to punch, yeah, create more of an atmosphere. 'Yeah, you've got to shoot back. I think.
ยังไม่ทันลุกเลยร้อยคนยิงปืนกำลังจะยิงเราเราก็ยิง ครับตอนนี้อย่าลืมว่าเราบล็อกตรงนี้เขาก็ต่อยเราได้ดิเอามือ
So happy that they clearly are getting very clear, precise instructions how to do this. Because again, they're actors. They're not fight choreographers, stuntmen. Please unload the bullets. Because you've got the gun.
อำนาจเท่านั้น ถ้ามึงมีอำนาจเปลี่ยนอะไรไม่ได้หรอก
His ears must be hurting. Because it's a loud bang. You see how careful they have to be to not get the other camera in shot. I love watching it on the monitor. It feels so different to what we're seeing behind the scenes.
ระหว่างที่เขาลุกเราก็เดินเข้ามาปั๊บปืนจ่อป๊อกดันขึ้น
อ๋อระหว่างที่เขาลุก
เราก็เดินเข้ามาเหมือนกัน
อันนี้ก็ยิงอีกทีนะไปปั้น
ดันขึ้นบนนะ
โอเค
ปั๊บอ้าวไปปั๊บ
Because these scenes turned out really nice. So as you see when they do fight stunt choreography, usually they don't hit someone. You can see the air between them.
ต้องถ้าดึงออกไปห่างๆเลยอ่ะ
I don't know, he won so far in the battle against you this time.
ฆ่ามึงทำแบบที่มึงเคยทำกับกู
It's the little sound effects they add in. It's so bright right now. They clearly in post-production would have lowered the brightness down.
นะครับเขาบอกเราให้ดีไหมเราให้ดีไหม
Should we make him cry?
ไม่รู้ว่าจะตายไปถึงไหมแต่เดี๋ยวลองเล่นดูให้ลองก่อนให้เดี๋ยวลองดูมันไม่ใช่เหมือนแบบว่าไม่น่าเลยไม่น่าไปรักคนนี้เลยใช่เขาไม่น่าเขาผมไม่น่าผมไม่น่าแบบสตากรรมแบบนี้เลยเขาไม่น่าไปเป็นตำรวจไม่น่า
Shouldn't become a policeman. I think a lot of people are really conflicted about Dan from different standpoints. Cinematography, yeah. The little captions that come with it. That is a nice shot. Really nice. It is very bright.
ถ้าคงทนลองไม่ได้ก็เดินออกครับตามนั้นนะกูว่าแค่คำนั้นคำเดียวอ่ะขอโทษคำเดียวอ่ะกูว่า2-8
Building up the emotions, then stop talking to him. It's clear that he's someone who doesn't want people talking to him to build up his emotions. First, clearly needs to talk to people.
ไม่ดีกับที่มันทำลงไปแล้วพอหลังจากนั้นมันจะได้จะเจอเลย
I I'm glad though, in terms of they allowed a punch to happen. It sounds really weird to say that, but just for the Yox character to say that he would never just completely give in to Dan. I'm just going with the music here. He's smiling there. Though we know he didn't touch him, these two are able to move in such a way that really works for the trickery of camera. Add the blood. Obviously, it's for camera, but there are points where people have been hit and they don't bleed, but it's good use for camera.
มันหมายถึงนิทรรศการภาพนู้นเปิดเผยกับอาชีพครับผมสำหรับผมนะครับคำว่าชนชั้นกรรมอาชีพเนี่ยมันไม่ได้หมายถึงแค่ชนชั้นแรงงานหรือคนที่ต้องหาเช้ากินค่ำเท่านั้นแต่ผมเหมารวมหมายความถึงทุกคนในสังคมที่ถูกกดทับให้อยู่ในกรอบของชนชั้นแรงงานที่ถึงแม้ว่าบุคคลเหล่านั้นนะครับเขามีความอยากที่จะเปลี่ยนแปลงแค่ไหนก็ตามแต่เขาก็ไม่สามารถเปลี่ยนแปลงได้ครับ
Overall, really like the behind the scenes. Not me as one of my favorite BLs that I've watched. I really like the messaging behind it. What I really like them showing you, and it really does even take me to this day. It takes me back when I look and I'm like, of course, like how certain sets are tiny. Like they didn't have a lot of space to film, and we only saw 2 cameras, and that's not including the behind the scenes camera, the angles that they were trying to get them at. Like the behind the scenes were very quick and short, so of course it's just getting key moments. But looking at the ground when they had it covered in protective plaster or plastic, so that they don't hurt themselves, but also there's a lot that they had to take out in post production, which happens all the time. You'd be shocked, but also watching it from behind the scenes, it feels so different. You don't get the same emotions as when you're watching clearly from the 2 filming cameras, because they show close-ups, they show more emotions. Obviously, we're getting a different feeling. Obviously, the lighting is different, the sound is different, the effects are different. They did include a lot of effects, but they always do this. And I really just like seeing it because you kind of got the actors' personalities. I would say you could really see First's personality beyond everyone else. He's very vibrant, very lively. Director Unuchi really cares, and she puts everything into it. She has a very clear design. Things are choreographed to down to them, like whatever we see. Like everything is important. And though they didn't have much money, from what we're told, they were able to really produce something. And I really, really like that we didn't see, I don't think, really any makeup on the actors, which is rare because usually every show you're in puts some makeup on. Instead, they allowed them to look gritty, dirty, real. We saw Gunn with puffy eyes at one point. I mean, he was so tired. Definitely saw that throughout because he had so much to do. Don't forget he's playing twins. But it really shows how much they really put in. Like, you could see the effort all the actors were putting in and trying to keep their spirits up. And then like the flying scene with obviously the wiring and how they felt. Watching First be afraid of heights scenes, which is completely fair, or at least the jump off point so he doesn't injure himself. The mannerisms of Gunn, how different he is to them when he films. He seems like he would be a lot of back and forth. Like you wouldn't know what you'd get with Gon behind the scenes because he had a lot to do, so he had to get in character. He's very quiet, but then at points he's really bubbly and lively. I imagine he's quite a up and down person because of how much he has to do. Off seems just always happy, even when he's being serious. Like there's something about him I think where you probably can relax around him. Thank you for watching.